Thank you for tuning in to Exeter TV. Exeter TV is the town's public and government access channels, available on Comcast Channels 6 and 22. Channel 6 is your channel. If you have an idea for a program, want to host your own talk show, or submit a film, we're here to get your content on television. On Channel 22, we bring you live and replay coverage of government meetings and other town updates. A third channel, Blue Hawk Media, is operated by SAU 16 and can be found on Channel 8, with all your school sports, events, and meetings. You can watch Exeter TV online at exeternh.tv, Apple TV, and on Roku. Find us on social media for extra content. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell to get notified about live streams and new content. Tune in to our platforms every other Friday to watch the Exeter Bi-Weekly Report, with recaps of recent events, updates from town departments, and messages from nonprofits in your area. If you head to our website, exeternh.tv, we invite you to sign up to our newsletter to receive monthly updates about new content, upcoming meetings, and more. We'd like to thank you for taking the time to watch Exeter TV and hope that you tune in to our other content as well.
of Exeter Arts and Culture Advisory Commission meeting to order. It's Tuesday, January 28th at 6:30 p.m. We've got Bruce Jones, Anthony Calandrello, Florence Ruffner, and myself, the chair, Scott Ruffner. First order of business, we do not have meeting minutes from the last meeting. We will get some of those together and get them posted. I will check in with Pam to see if we do in fact have a recorder that's going to come in and do minutes. Going forward is my understanding that we would have one, but I'll confirm that. Florence is going to do notes and minutes for tonight, so we should be able to have minutes posted for the previous meeting and this meeting moving forward. On to new business. Discussion of permanent meeting schedule. We have locked into the fourth Tuesday of each month. I let Kelsey, the new member, know that that's the case. Dawn is in the future going to be able to attend again. She had a conflict with that date.
Hello, Moto.
I'll allow everybody a quick technology break.
All right.
So everyone should know that that's the schedule moving forward, and I don't think there's any large conflicts other than situational stuff. B, commission officers. I think we were going to revisit if anyone wanted to be vice chair. Obviously,
I guess I'm vice chair. We voted me
we
as
did do
vice
that?
chair, yes.
Okay, all right,
Yep.
okay. Then that's good, and obviously the secretary piece can wait until we confirm. If we have a recorder, then we don't need a
Yep.
secretary, correct?
Yep.
Okay. So nothing else with officers. There's no other officer, right, other than?
Correct.
Okay.
Chair and vice chair.
Okay. Public Art and Hawk Bench. We did connect, Bruce connected with Greg from Parks and Rec and did discuss finally getting that Hawk Bench over to,
Yeah, he was going to take it out before Thanksgiving, but they got jammed,
yep,
so that didn't happen. So, as far as I'm concerned, whatever works for them. Just when the grounds are stable, so they're not bringing trucks in, like in my yard
Yep.
when it's all muddy,
Right. Yeah.
So
shoot
yeah.
for spring.
Yeah.
Okay.
When the grounds are good, so my yard's not dug up. So
Okay.
that's our concern.
Okay.
Yeah. But other than that, yeah, whatever works for them. It's
Okay.
like
And as far as other public art, I know that the Pearpoint Park Committee, that's moving forward. I talked to a few people that are part of that, that said that they want to continue to have communication about ways to get public art involved, whether it's a sculpture, whether it's maybe some type of mural that's on the side of the Chocolatier building, just spitballing different possibilities.
Good.
One other quick thing.
Scott, do you get the grant notices from?
Yes, from the, yeah, I'm on the list, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, again,
From Lisa Burke McCoy?
yeah, I don't always have the time to really go through them, but,
Because there are some recently that have come by for public art. And I hadn't thought about Pearpoint Park, but that may be something we want
yeah.
to steer somebody's way.
Add it to the
Yeah.
list, yeah.
Are those getting shut down?
Who knows?
Yeah,
Who knows?
yeah.
And then I did have an opportunity, is her name Ute? She had that sculpture.
In her yard,
Uta
yeah.
Roy and
Is she
Uta?
still, I haven't reconnected with her. Anyway, I'll follow up, but they had a really cool,
I think she
talking
wanted
about-
to
sculpture.
sell it.
Yeah, she was interested in selling it, but at a very affordable.
Yeah. Because they moved to Riverwoods? I think.
Yeah.
I have their house on there.
And so I don't know, I'll double back with it. It was one of those things where I said, I'll bring it up with this group, could be a team thing.
What is it?
I don't even really know how to describe. I'll next meeting, I'll bring a picture, send everybody a picture, I'll send it to
Is
you.
it a big
It's-
piece, or?
It's probably 5-6 feet high.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
kind
it's
of
substantial.
Abstract metal sculpture.
Yeah,
Yeah,
funky,
yeah,
cool.
so-
She doesn't have any information on the artist.
I
So
thought she knew who did it, no?
when I
No,
asked her, she
whatever,
wasn't sure.
yeah, but it's a substantial piece.
Yeah, I mean, either way, it might be something that we can do outside of this commission, downtown Riverside type, thing, just to keep momentum going and getting
Yeah.
some new pieces
Cool.
up. Yeah, but we can double back
Nice.
on that. Okay.
We'll get Parks and Rec to move.
Well, okay, moving on to Town Hall. Tony can take that over, obviously.
Yeah, I'd be
Something-
interested to hear.
Yeah, just a little update, Seth. First of all, if you didn't see it, the Exeter newsletter reported on the select board
Oh, wow,
meeting.
front page, I didn't know
Front
that.
page, good.
Was that recently?
Yeah, it's last Friday,
Oh, last Friday?
24th. So this was going to go into recycling, but I brought it
Oh,
over.
I'd
Yeah,
love to see
yeah.
it,
So-
yeah.
So, yes, there was a select board meeting on January 6th, I believe it was, and Tracy Kozak from Arcove Architects made a presentation, basically the same presentation that had been made back in May to the stakeholders group. And it was, she ran through all of the same things she did for us, the improvements that they're proposing, what are the highest priorities, and then the cost summary. So the same cost summary we had seen, and of course that excludes audiovisual. So because she has not priced it out, it's really kind of the pure construction costs. So the select board was interested. I know the chair did ask, what are the priorities? If you had to pick priorities, and she talked about, basically she talked
It's
about
hard
the
to
elevator
see.
being the priority,
Yeah,
because that provides access to the downstairs bathrooms as well as to the mezzanine and to the upstairs. And so that would improve the accessibility of the facility. And I know that the other direction was for the town manager to figure out how that would fit into the capital improvement plan for 2026. So it looks like there's some action there. I was hoping that Dave Lovey would be here, because I'd like to find out who at Parks and Rec does their grant writing, because, again, subject to all this recent stuff on grants, there are a fair number of grants out there. In fact, one of which Parks and Rec got for their building renovations that we could apply for, and there's significant amounts of money that are available for that.
Okay.
So I think that, it's moving forward, it's slowly, but there's at least attention at the select board
Yeah.
level. I think it's good that it gets included into the CIP. I haven't seen the warrant. Has anybody seen the warrant?
No,
I mean, we have
not yet.
deliberative sessions, so the warrant must be out. I don't know if there's any funding that was requested as part of that warrant, but hopefully we'll see some dollars go into that so we can continue to make improvements there.
So one on the priority list was elevate, I mean, do you remember what were, the top few things beyond that?
No, I think she talked about HVAC
Right,
as
right,
well.
right. I mean, obviously-
But elevator kind of is expensive, but it also makes things much more accessible for, in particular, bathrooms. And then you talked about the stairway being also up there, because that would enable getting rid of the outside fire escape, which,
Right.
I think the Historic District Commission would like to see that go as well.
Okay.
But yeah, just interesting, those are priorities, but does that make the space, rentable, you know what I mean?
Well,
It's like, what can we get to
To create revenue.
To create
Well,
revenue. Taking off the fire escape, does that bring?
No,
Revenue
but
and,
having it be accessible means that you'd be able to sell more tickets because you don't have to go outside and go to the bathroom in the winter.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
And the HVAC, clearly that means that
Yes.
you can rent the facility in the summertime when you
Right.
can't do that now. Because it's just too darn hot.
Yeah, and again, I mean, my personal take is HVAC, then it becomes usable. There is a working elevator. It does allow access to the second floor bathroom, but again, I mean, they're all important issues.
Right.
But
They
I think.
asked her, not me.
We didn't know, I know.
What's that again?
They asked her, not me.
Yeah,
So,
no.
But again, I think as the group that represents the organizations and the people in the town that are regularly using it, we have more firsthand knowledge than she does. So, I mean, I think the timing is right. I know we've been talking about doing this, but Bruce, you and I spoke a bit, and I saw this stuff already on social media, which is great that people are at least talking about it and paying attention to it. But I think the timing probably is right for us to maybe generate some kind of one sheet that explain, people are already asking, does the building produce any revenue? Are the taxpayers already paying for these studies and all of these, things that it does produce revenue? It's the revenue that funded this study, so taxpayers have not paid for anything
Right.
yet, and that there are grant possibilities. So I think it might be a good time for us to get ahead of it and show that there is revenue already coming in. With these improvements, revenue can be greatly increased, and I'm sure the average person in town doesn't realize that there is now that town hall revolving fund, which puts the money right back into the building. So I don't know, thoughts on us being a little more visible, letting people know that, there is a movement to help find funding, grants, and sources of funding to do some of these things. Agreed?
No, I agree. And my position's always been that the town hall, investing in the town hall is one of the things that will actually generate revenue. And I don't know what the payback would be.
Exactly, yeah, I don't know how to do those numbers, but the fact that, if we could, because I hear people and I see them and, they're like, our taxes are gonna go up, our taxes are gonna go up. But it's like, we're paying this amount of money to upkeep that building. If we upgrade it, it's an investment. We get the money.
And Parks and Rec has those figures. I mean, they
Yeah, let
can
me-
Oh,
quickly
yeah.
produce.
So that
this
would be
is what-
something that to have for people that it's like, and then somebody said to me like, well, who's going to run it? And I was like, Parks and Rec. The Parks and Rec take care
Well,
of
maybe
it.
there needs to be a good article about it with that information.
But these are
Follow-up.
questions that I get from people.
That's what I'm saying, though, if these
Yeah.
questions are answered
Yeah,
in
yeah,
print,
yeah.
and that would be easier for people to have the
I'll tell you what,
information.
let me reach out to Greg at Parks and Rec.
Because
I wanna
if
ask
I'm,
him- I wanna ask him whether
okay.
there's some, he clearly has a grant writer who's been effective. They've gotten some good grants. I think if we can put this in the hopper, now that they've got the one to do the building, maybe whoever put that together, we can do one for this building. And it's probably going to require matching, which would mean that we'd need to have a warrant article that would provide that, but it wouldn't be for the 25
And it's part of our
warrant.
history.
No kidding.
Lincoln spoke on the steps of the Exeter Town
Yeah.
Hall.
Yeah.
What more history do you want?
Right.
Right?
And it's underutilized now, and I think people recognize that it's
Absolutely, yeah.
underutilized. And
Right.
it's not a theater, it's not a substitute for the IOCA, but it certainly can provide that kind of cultural experience and art experience for the folks here.
Yeah. Yep,
It's our history.
yeah.
And it could generate to upkeep
Oh,
the
yeah.
building.
Right.
It's like, so-
And we have the ability to fundraise as well. So I think, the sooner we can get out there that this is not just a taxpayer burden of a project. That
Right.
This is just, hey, getting out there. Hey, it's a discussion, the studies exist, and, because I think last time we discussed the actual studies, I don't think they had even been vetted to be on the town website yet, is that correct?
Well, no, I think it was, first was the presentation to the select board. I believe they were, if they're not already, I think they're going onto the town website.
Okay, okay, because I mean, I think that'll help people being
Right.
able to see, like,
Right.
this is what we got, this is future possibilities, and, get some input.
It's an asset, it's like, it's like,
So I'll reach out to Greg and just see what we can figure out.
Okay.
And as far as, I may bounce some ideas on a fact sheet for it.
Yeah, I mean, I know they have all that, because they collect the fees,
Right.
so we can let people in town know, this is what comes in per year, this is what is in the
and then if
revolving fund.
but then you could project, like, if the building's open, so many more months of the year.
It could be
So-
open year-round.
Yeah, so that, so you could kind of project, like, how much revenue it could
I wonder,
generate.
I wonder if we should work with, excuse me, Bob at Exeter TV to see if we do a little video piece, because I know they do that, I don't know if it's a weekly or bi-weekly mailing with video links.
An update, yeah. No, I think that's a great idea.
That's a good
That
idea.
could be and it could be kind of an update
Right.
to this article as far
Right.
as,
Because you have hard numbers of, like, what that building costs the town to operate.
Right.
You could guesstimate, make projections of, like, what it could generate.
right. And obviously, with these upgrades,
Right.
the rental fees, rental fees are very, very, very low right now.
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah,
with
yeah,
upgrades
yeah.
and better equipment and,
Yeah,
Opening
yeah.
up the balcony.
yeah, yep.
Do you know if they have replaced a keel yet? Because he was really good with writing articles about things. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know, he sent an email that he was going to a
I think
different
it's the
position.
editor that is doing the articles for now.
Who is?
The editor,
Oh, the editor,
Yeah.
okay. Well, who did this one?
it's probably Patrick Cronin, I think his name
Oh,
is.
Patrick Cronin, yeah.
All right, anything else on,
No, I mean, I
Town
think
hall.
that's it. I'm encouraged that things are moving. I know it's slowly, but.
Oh, yeah.
But there's a lot of attention, I think, at the select board level, town manager level. And so I'm encouraged that we'll continue to make progress.
no, I agree. And I think using this as a catalyst to get more stuff happening again right now is also a good thing, because, I mean, the art gallery is COVID, there used to be stuff up there pretty much every month nonstop, with the exception of summertime, and now, there's months that there's not much going on up there. So I think if we start promoting and trying to get more theater events back downstairs and get people re-engaged, that'll create some more momentum. All right, next up, update on unused chair dollies at Town Hall. I got nothing on that. That was being kicked around and seeing if there was anyone else within the town system that could use them, but as of now, they're just kind of in boxes over there. Large town hall signboard. Again, I think that's, I can't remember at the last meeting. I think Mary Page had some, there was one in Concord that she had brought some
Yeah.
pictures
I
of.
mean, I think we identified the vendor. I'm not sure what's next. I don't know whether Parks
Pricing.
and Rec has to get pricing or what, but I don't know who's got that one.
Okay, all right. I can double back with Mary
Maybe check with
Page
Greg.
and with Greg, yeah.
That's why I was hoping Dave would be here, because I had, those kind of things fall on their
Yep, yep.
scope.
Yeah, I mean, I can tell you just, again, that the current system, every time someone's trying to put a sign up,
Right.
it's extra work, it's a hassle for Parks and Rec, it's confusing, so, we don't have anything in place that's serving the community.
Well, last time I put one up for the Memorial Day Parade, DPW had to do it,
Right.
because I can't do it.
No, but I mean, the signboard, listen, most towns have something like that, either at the school or at the town hall or,
Right, right.
Yeah.
I think it could be done tastefully, so
Oh, yeah.
it would,
Yeah.
it wouldn't be garish and,
Right.
But the key is to get it done.
yeah.
Exactly.
So,
That's the trick.
Somebody's got to be responsible for getting it.
The only other thing I had brought up in the previous meeting, and this is, again, something I'll have to double back with Parks and Rec, but over at Townhouse Common, getting a power outlet at that gazebo, because there's more events happening. We do the Tuesday concerts, team in Parks and Rec, and other people are now renting that for events. And everybody's got to kind of drag extension cords from one side of the park.
That's not good.
So it's just, it's inconvenient, it's not super safe. But I just wanted to get it out there. I mean, I don't think it's,
Well, who does the town use? I mean, do they?
they,
Did their
there
own
used to be,
electrician?
they used to have their own electrician, but I don't think he's there anymore. So, I don't think it's a huge job, but they'd have to dig and
We have to make
trench it and
sure
the whole
it's,
thing.
yeah,
But it's something that
conduit's done.
could really be used over there, so.
Yeah.
Does anyone else have anything?
Oh, were we gonna vote to make Kelsey a?
Well, I think she needs to be here,
Oh,
doesn't she?
does she?
I don't know.
I don't know why.
I don't know.
If we need 7 members, then,
I mean, do we do that, or does the select board do that?
I think, because we did it with Bruce, so I think
I
with
think we
Bruce,
Ken
vote.
voted?
with Bruce, we voted, then we tell them that we
Okay.
voted and they make it official,
because the
so.
select board already voted to put her on the committee.
Right.
Okay,
So
I mean, we can
I'll make a
vote that
motion.
we, and then she can decide for herself if she wants to be permanent, and then we can, yeah,
I'll make a motion
okay.
to make Kelsey Dunford
full member.
a full member of the
Voting
Arts and Crafts
member.
Board.
A second.
all in,
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
Okay.
Kelsey Dunville, if you would like, you are a voting member.
Thank
So
you,
that will
Kelsey.
give us 7,
Correct.
correct? All right. So with 7, we would still need 4 for a quorum for meetings, okay. All right, is there anything else?
No, I just, like I said, I hate to be a broken record on these grants, and again, I know that there's some uncertainty right now, but there still certainly are state grants that are out there. At least they're there for the time being, but I see these things coming by me all the time, and it just seems like it's missed opportunity. So I don't know whether there's somebody in the town organization that can help us with that, or in Parks and Rec, but boy, I think we're missing opportunities, certainly for arts and culture.
Yeah.
Boy,
I agree, I mean, you and I pretty much did that one for
Right.
the, and it takes some time, and
It
it's
does.
not a ton of time, but it's a
Right.
commitment, so it's like, I tend to, I see them, I'll click occasionally, and sometimes I avoid them for the sole purpose of not wanting to get
Yeah.
drawn in and then having to spend a couple of days working on it. But
Yeah, it's a lot of work, yeah.
Would you all like me to ask Kelsey if she would have any interest in doing that?
yeah, sure, I mean, anyone
Okay.
that has some experience of any kind, I mean,
Yeah.
it's,
Well, I'm going to talk to Greg about it too,
okay.
because I know they clearly have gotten them.
Yeah, I don't know
Yeah, I know.
if they do, if they write their own over there, if there's someone else within the town infrastructure that writes and submits them, I don't know. Okay, our next meeting will be February 25th.
Fifth.
I will be out of town, February 25th. That's school
You'll
break
be in Naples.
week, so I don't know. I'm guessing some other people might have some conflicts as well. Should we still shoot for that date, maybe just see who is available? Or should we maybe try to shoot for,
Well, if you're not going to be here, then,
yeah, I mean,
I
Tony
can-
can do it if
I'm the
we have
vice chair, I
people.
can chair the meeting
Yeah.
if we're going to have a quorum. But
Okay.
maybe you can just poll people and see if
Yeah,
that
yeah, I'll
works.
just put an email out and just see who's gonna be around.
That's right, because it'll be vacation for Kelsey, Mary Page.
Yeah, and then
Dawn.
the other thing is this room, I think it's only the 4th Tuesday
That
that
it's
it's available. Obviously, we can meet
Or we can just skip a
downstairs.
month if we have to.
Yeah.
Well,
All
let's
right.
put a question mark by it.
Okay. All right, nobody has anything else? Motion to
Nope, adjourn.
adjourn?
So move.
Can I make that motion, or somebody else have to do it?
I think you just did.
Okay.
Or I did.
All in favor, say aye.
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 All right,
Here,
meeting adjourned?
You can have,
Yeah, chicken scratch.
you like
What
that?
do we do
Thank you
with
for
these?
tuning in
Read
to
that.
Exeter TV. Exeter TV is the town's public and government access channels, available on Comcast channels 6 and 22. Channel 6 is your channel. If you have an idea for a program, want to host your own talk show, or submit a film, we're here to get your content on television. On Channel 22, we bring you live and replay coverage of government meetings and other town updates. A third channel, Blue Hawk Media, is operated by SAU 16 and can be found on Channel 8, with all your school sports, events, and meetings. You can watch Exeter TV online at exeternh.tv, Apple TV, and on Roku. Find us on social media for extra content. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell to get notified about live streams and new content. Tune in to our platforms every other Friday to watch the Exeter Biweekly Report, with recaps of recent events, updates from town departments, and messages from nonprofits in your area. If you head to our website, exeternh.tv, we invite you to sign up to our newsletter